If openclaw is an employee, Paperclip is the entire company. Let me show you how to set it up, what it does, and why I'm so excited about it. Okay, so firstly, let's install it on Hostinger VPS. What you have to do is go to hostinger.com/vps/docker. Here you can type Paperclip and press on deploy. Once you press on deploy, you will be redirected to this page where you can, read about Paperclip, key features, whatnot. And on the right side, you will see the VPS plans. So in this case, I will select the KVM2 and press on deploy. After that, you will be redirected to the cart where you can select the period. And here you will see that Paperclip auto deploys inside your VPS after the purchase, right? You can select the server location, there's that. And of course, you can enter the coupon code HA10 for extra 10% discount. And there you have it, you just purchased your VPS, so let's get started. We press on the Get Started button, and right now you will see the Paperclip configuration page where you need to set your admin name, your admin email, and admin password. That's it basically, so let me do that. I'll call the admin name Minius, the email is my email. And for the admin password, I will also select my own one. And here you have 4 options to include API keys. So in this case, I will include Anthropic's API key because I want to use Claude model for the Paperclip. Once I enter that, I just need to press on deploy and the VPS is being set up. So I'll wait here. And after that, we can enter Paperclip instantly. Okay, so my VPS is up and running, and as you can see, we have a Paperclip Docker container, and we have this one button called Open, so let's click on that. And after that, you will immediately see that you need to log in. So you gave the email address, right? So you just type the same one here, and the password as well. You press on sign in, and basically there's that. You have entered Paperclip, and you will see immediately that you need to name your company. So I will call it Minius Corp. And then for the second input, we have mission/goal that is optional. But I want to clarify that for Paperclip to work as intended, it has to have a goal. Imagine you're a board member and you gave the CEO the goal, the vision of the company. So that is exactly that. So in this input, I will simply paste my own goal, that is build and ship Linkforge. It's an URL shortener with Click Analytics dashboard delivered on this VPS. Basically, it's just a random goal that I want to set for my entire company so that agents will work on this specific goal. We can press on next. Okay, so the next step is to actually create your first agent. By default, it will be the CEO, and you have 2 options, well, actually more than 2 options, to select which model to use. In this case, I will select Claude Code because, I like Claude, and you can test if it works, but it should work if you specify the API key because we pre-install Claude on your VPS. So it succeeded, we can continue. And right here, you can give a description to your CEO. Basically, what responsibilities it will have and how it will behave and how it will work. So this is the first task for your CTO. And for that, I also have my own crafted prompt for the CTO, his first task, let's say. So the first task is pretty simple. It's just to hire another agents that will be responsible for creating this dashboard, the SaaS tool or whatever. So in this case, I just pasted this, or you can leave it as it is and continue by pressing on next and then create and open an issue. So basically, after you do that, you will see that the CEO agent will start working on the first task, that is hire your first engineer and create a hiring plan for other agents as well. So let's see how it goes by clicking on the dashboard. So right here, we can see that CEO is actually doing something and we can read all about it. But on the left side, we can see that under Agents tab, we have only one agent that is called CEO. So the first task that I gave him is to hire another agent. So let's wait what it will come up with. And if we want to hire a new agent as the board of the company, we need to approve them. To approve them, you can go to the inbox, for example, and here you will see all the tasks that are currently being done or that are already done. So for now, I don't see anything that's related with hiring new agents, but I see that I just got a new project called Linkforge MVP, which is actually, it's a folder for the agents to work in, let's say. So it's basically, it has the goal, it has all the issues related with this project in this exact folder. Okay, so now as I sit and wait, I see that I have two new messages inside my inbox, and I see that I have two additional agents. One is called CTO, another one is called backend engineer. And I have basically, to approve those agents if I want to hire them. And yeah, another one just popped up. So let's approve the CTO. Okay, approval confirmed. Let's approve the backend engineer. Okay, and let's approve the front-end engineer. So I approved all of those engineers. So the first task for my CEO is actually running. It's working perfectly as I understand. We have a new project. We have 3 additional agents. So let's wait a little bit and see where it takes us. Okay, so this is actually pretty fun to see. I'm in the dashboard right now and I see that my CEO is still working, but backend engineer has started working also. You can go to your project, let's say that, and you can go to issues, and here we can have a Kanban board to see how each of the issue is actually progressing from to do to in progress to done. And we can see that for this second issue, well, basically it's, the CEO is responsible for the second issue, but it's fun to watch how the company expands and how the issues expand. It's really, it's literally like being the board of the company. And as you can see, let's wait for others to join in and start working on this project. Okay, so currently we have backend engineer working and 2 front-end engineers working on this MVP, let's say. So that's basically what Paperclip does. It orchestrates AI agents to work individually on a specific goal. Okay, so let's move further. I see that in the inbox I have something popping up. So basically another issue just went live, meaning that CEO created another ticket for himself or for other agents, and they started working on it as well. And right now we can see we have 5 additional tickets. So imagine having a Jira, right? And basically giving Jira access to some employee or whatever. This is exactly the same. You have a Jira board and you can see that backend engineer just commented and updated some ticket. So let's see what it actually said. So basically backend engineer just completed some deliverable, I guess. Yeah, I don't even need to understand this for it to work. I'm just sure that CEO will handle it, and I just need to sit back and relax and watch the MVP being built. That's it. Another important thing to mention, I see that my agents are working right now. So as they work, another thing to mention is that in Paperclip, it's actually really easy to track the budget of your AI spendings, let's say that, okay? So in the main dashboard, you can see the overall spending, and currently I have spent $1.32, which is, quite good numbers for having 4 agents, let's say that. But you can go even deeper and you can check the expenditure of every agent individually. So you can press on for example, on the CTO, there's the budget tab, and here you will see that, well, CTO hasn't worked yet. It didn't spend anything. The backend engineer has spent 42 cents already. So it's actually really easy to track the budget. And there's a cool feature. In Paperclip, you can update the budget, the monthly budget for each agent, so you're sure that it will not overspend your AI credits. So if you set the budgets, they will immediately stop working if they reach this budget. Yeah, so I guess it's a nice measure just to keep an eye on, right? Okay, so right now I see that 3 tasks are already done. They are working on another tasks, but here we can see the same goal that we, set in the beginning. So agents basically are working to have a MVP version of URL shortener. So this is the main goal, and they are all working independently to reach this goal. So I hope that by the end of this video, I will have a working MVP launched on this VPS, where I can enter any URL and it will get shortened. That's the main goal. I just want to emphasize on that. And also, for your understanding, we have this tab called orgs, right? So basically you have this structure to understand how each agent correlates with another. So for example, CEO is basically responsible for everybody. CTO is responsible for backend engineer and frontend engineer. Why it matters? Well, because you can also additionally hire, for example, CMO, which is Chief Marketing Officer, right? And they will have another agents that will do maybe research, maybe content writing, maybe whatever else. So this structure, it's really easy to understand what agent is responsible for what. Okay, so now I see that all of my agents actually stopped working. So let's create a new task for the CEOs to ask what's the URL address so we can access the build MVP version, right? What's the URL address, and we assign to the CEO and get this project, create issue, and let's see what it brings us. Okay, so right now I have the URL link, so let's call it and see if it actually works, and it does. We have this MVP version of the website, so let's try if it actually does the purpose that it was designed to do, right? Okay, so let's test it out. I have this one huge long URL link, right? And I press on Forge and I get this shortened version, and let's see if it actually works. Well, it does work. Direct us to the correct website, and the cool thing right here is that we have this dashboard where we can track all the links and we can check how many clicks it had. That's the exact purpose it was designed to do, and you know, it's only an MVP version of that. And if you would want to scale your company, to scale your business, you would probably hire the CMO, be responsible for the marketing, that would hire another agents to write some content, to write blogs, to post those blogs somewhere. So this is how you start, this is how you get going, and yeah, you basically have Paperclip orchestrating all of the agents directly responsible for different tasks inside your company. So that's Paperclip, that's my take on it. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions about Paperclip or Hostinger VPS in general, just type down below in the comment section and I'll try to answer them directly as soon as possible. Thank you for watching our video.